What is up, guys? Jordan here with the Deck Box, coming back with, yet again, more PTCGO. We are just trying to bust out some PTCGO videos, trying to have a little bit of fun with you guys. And tonight, that is truly what I will be doing. I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to win any tournaments with the next deck that I'm going to be showing you. This may be the worst version of one of the worst decks around. But I enjoy playing it. It does decent for me on PTCGO. So I'm just going to show it to you guys. I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Maybe win some games, maybe lose some games, but I'm going to do it in style. So the deck that we're playing is actually the Honchcrow, Weavile, Necrozma spread deck. And the slashes could go on and on. It could be Honchcrow, Weavile, Tapu Koko, Espeon, Necrozma, whole list of Pokemon that all kind of wrap together to do a few fun things. So I'm going to run through this list real quick, show you what we play in this goofy deck, and show you why we play it. And then hopefully we can have a good showing on PTCGO. Forgive me if it's not groundbreaking as far as how well this deck will do. So first we do play a 2-2 line of the Honchcrow from Guardians Rising. The main thing we're going to be focusing on with Honchcrow is that Raven's Claw attack. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. So we'll see a little bit more how that works. Obviously we have Tapu Koko and Necrozma. They spread damage, and so Honchcrow takes advantage of that. One spread with Koko and a full bench, and then automatically Honchcrow is hitting for 130 with a DCE. So really neat how this card works. Next, we do play a 3-3 Weavile line. A few things about this card. One, obviously its main attack for one colorless, Rule of Evil. This attack does 60 damage to each Pokemon that has any ability, both yours and your opponent's. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. The other thing to note is it is our free retreater alongside Tapu Koko, so that's not a bad thing to have as well. One thing to note, I know everyone is going to say this, why don't you play Mr. Mime on your bench to prevent it from hitting your Pokemon? Here's the deal, guys. I don't have any Mr. Mime online. Unfortunately, you can't really trade for a Mr. Mime online because everyone wants to get a Tapu Lele for Mr. Mime and 100 other cards. So I'm not giving up my Tapu Lele for a Mr. Mime right now. Plus, what I've noticed is a few things. One, I try to hold back using my Tapu Leles as long as possible unless it's a tight spot. Preferably, if I'm against a deck that is using abilities, can usually use Rule of Evil like 2 or 3 times and take those guys out anyway, taking multiple knockouts. So if I take out one of my Leles when I'm taking out multiple Pokemon on their side, it's really not a big deal. And of course Necrozma has an ability as well, but we'll get to him in just a minute. Next, we do play 1 Spiritomb, also taking advantage of the spread damage with damage play. Move as many damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon as you like to any of your opponent's other Pokemon in any way you like. So imagine that you have a bench full of GXs, Necrozma comes out, hits them all for 100. You've got 500 damage counters to move around. You can easily take your 3 KOs that way and get 6 prizes. Next, we do play 2 of the promo Tapu Kokos for that flying flip attack. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon, and pretty obvious as to why we play it. It allows us to spread some damage. Honchcrow can do his thing, and Spiritomb can also do his. Next, we do play 1 Espeon EX. Right now, we're seeing a format where Stage 2s are rampant. I mean, you got Metagross, you have Guardy, even Decidueye, Ninetales coming back, and then, of course, separate from the Stage 2s are also the Stage 1s, Ninetales, Lycanroc, Golisopod, Garb, things like that. So what you do is you spread some damage, either with your Necrozma or your Koko, whatever the case may be. Then you bring Espeon out when the time is right, devolve all of them with that Miraculous attack, and devolves your Guardies all the way down to Routes or perhaps Curlias. And if they have enough damage on them, they do get KO'd. So a great tech Pokemon in here. And then we do play 1 Necrozma GX. We will only be playing Necrozma GX for its Black Ray GX attack. Nothing else. As soon as we're done attacking with Necrozma on that Black Ray GX, we don't need him anymore. He's dead to us. So one of two things happens. We either Acerola him up, or we just let him get KO'd. Because like I said, we're going to be taking multiple knockouts at a time, preferably. If we do, it's really not a big deal if we get rid of our Necrozma and have to give a couple prizes. Really not a huge deal. Next, we play 2 Tapu Lele GX. As I mentioned before, we're going to try to hold back on these as long as possible. We really don't want to put them out. We already have plenty of easy knockouts on our bench. We don't want to make one of them a 2 prize Pokemon. And then lastly, we do play 1 Octillery line. We do play quite a few item cards that we can just kind of blow through in stadiums, things like that. So having Octillery to be able to cycle through those really, really helps. Next, we're going to get into our trainers. We do play 1 Energy Recycler, 1 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball. That is just to search for our Pokemon, of course, alongside Bridget to get set up. Then 2 Rescue Stretchers. There are quite a few Pokemon that we may need to get back, and as I said, these do get knocked out fairly easily. So we'll be needing our Rescue Stretchers for sure. 3 Altar of the Moon. This allows us to have free retreat for any Pokemon that, or not free retreat, I'm sorry, reduces our retreat cost for any Pokemon with Darkness Energy. So it help us get free retreat for Honchcrow. Weavile already has free retreat. Spiritomb would help with Espeon and Necrozma, and then of course Lele and Octillery. So really, really a good stadium for us. Next, we do play 1 Acerola. Like I said, we could use the Acerola for either a Lele or a Necrozma once they start to get damaged from either our opponent or our own Weavile. We do play 3 Guzmas. What we'd like to do, preferably, is to get a big Pokemon stuck in the active with a heavy retreat cost, and then just continue to spread to the bench, allowing us to stay alive a little bit longer and do what we need to do, still taking KOs. Then we do play 4 N and 4 Sycamore, trying to be as consistent as possible in this deck that really is just not built for consistency, if I'm being honest. 1 Olympia, this is of course for if we're paralyzed or put to sleep and need to get out of the active. 3 Bodybuilding Dumbbells. We play quite a few stage 1s. They're really easy knockouts, so we're trying to make them just slightly less easy. So we bump our Honchcrows up to 150 HP, Weaviles up to 130, and that's what we use those for. Then, of course, 2 Choice Band, just to add a little extra oomph to our attacks, such as Rule of Evil. If we have a GX in the active, it's going to be hitting for 90. So if we do that twice, we can actually 2-shot a Volcanion, so not a bad play there. 3-shotting all the ones on the bench. Lastly, we do play 4 DCE and 7 Dark Energy. So guys, that is our goofy, dark, spread, damage deck, whatever you want to call it, that we're going to be messing around with a little bit tonight. Not really the competitive deck that you're used to seeing in some of our videos, but that's okay. Whoa, nope, not Tapu Bulu. That's what we just used. We are going to use the Dark Damage Pred deck. There we go. So we're going to hop on the ladder here, try to get 2 or 3 matches, but depending on how long they take us. And oh, we actually have advantage. It looks like Espeon Garb, or perhaps Drampa Garb. But anyway, we're going to try to get a few matches, see how we do against some of these meta decks, and see if we can. I'd really like to, if I could take 1 win with this on camera for you guys to see, I'd be happy with that. So we'll see what we end up with. Okay, so actually not a bad setup. We're going to start with the Sneasel up here. So whether or not we get our Bridget at this point, it's really not a big deal, because we do have a few basics already started. It is going to be Drampa Garb. So here's our issue with Drampa Garb. Spreading damage against Drampa Garb is just, it's detrimental, because it just helps their Drampa to be able to hit us for 150. So we have to work really quickly to get as much damage out there as possible and KO the Drampas before they can really do anything to us, and that's that's easier said than done. So we'll see if we can make it happen. So they do get their turn 1 Bridget. They're probably going to get a couple Trubbish and maybe another Drampa. Yep, that's exactly what they do. Alrighty, on to our turn. What do we get? We get a Koko. That's not bad. And for now, we'll just use Hone Claws. And if we get another energy next turn, we can actually hit for 80 against this Drampa, which is actually not bad for us. The question is, can we make that happen? All right, so that's how he gets his damage on. He attaches the rainbow energy to his trebush. And we'll see if he opts to do his... Oh no, he's going to get us out of the active. I'm going to bring that trebush up, yep. Okay. So, let's see, what is the retreat cost for this guy? It's 2, okay. We'll bring him up, start spreading a bit. Like I said, I know it's kind of detrimental to us, but he's going to be taking easy KOs against us anyway. We need to make sure we're being proactive in this as well. And if that means, you know, giving up some easy prizes at the beginning, that's fine. The good thing is, at this point, let's see, our Honchcrow's hitting for 120, and that's about to double, so we will take it. Actually, let's put this on this guy. Let's spread again. What's insane is if he can't... Okay, he's going to end, so he'll probably get out of the active. But if we get something stalled in the active long enough and actually just get 2 more flying flip spreads and then bring out our Necrozma, we take 3 KOs on a Drampa, and a Lele. 6 prizes, 1 GX attack. That is ridiculous. So maybe we could do it. I'd be really happy to see that. The fact that we've already stalled him long enough. I'm gonna put choice ban. What I may want to do actually, oh man, I don't want to risk him getting a Gizma. If he gets a Gizma, let's do this for now. Let's end. How many has he played? He's only played 1 Gizma. Probably plays 2 or 3. Do I use my GX now? Probably, because I don't think he probably doesn't. Yeah, I'm using the GX now. He probably doesn't play any healing on his side. We'll get the 100 damage out there. And then really it's just a matter of Koko spreading twice. He wants to take a KO on our Necrozma. That's fine. We'll let him. And if he doesn't get his Drampa out, we bring up Koko now, do the flying flip, and then he has to get out of the active or his game is done. And Koko takes down the 3 GXs for the game. That would be ridiculous to see. I would love to see that, guys. So let's see if he can pull something out here. So he's going to get his Garb, which that's fine. It really doesn't hurt us. And actually, if anything, it allows me to use Weavile to take out his Garb and not do any damage to my guys. So, excuse my hair. It's been a hat day. I don't think I've really played any items. No, nothing. This is insane. And I'm really surprised he didn't put that Floatstone on his active Drampa. I mean, I guess he knows that taking out the Necrozma is really not a big deal to me. And this next Koko spread's actually going to take down his Lele. Wow. This is going much better than I expected. Alright, so he does get the Floatstone there. That's fine. What we're actually going to do is we're going to stick this guy up here. That's what we're going to do. Alright. Let's put you here. Alright. So like I said originally, guys, we planned on Necrozma getting KO'd. We're really not too worried about that. Let's get this guy out here. We're going to spread one more time with the Koko. Take down the Lele. So here's the deal. If he doesn't get that Garb out of the active this next turn, his game's done. There's just... I get one more spread, and he's done. And we do play another Koko, so if he KOs that, that's fine. Or we have the Rescue Stretcher to get him back. We still have 2 more DCE in our deck. and we have feint attack, which we actually didn't talk about that, but you can do 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can snipe with Honchcrow with 1 energy, and yeah, 30 damage will take down that Drampa, 30 damage will take down that Drampa, and I can just stall something in the active. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I'm loving how this is going so far. He might actually concede if he can't get out. I mean, if he's smart, he'll probably just concede because there's no way out of this. He's going to multi-switch, probably move the DC up and retreat, but that really doesn't... Oh, he's going to try to attack me for 70. Maybe that's what he does. But again, that doesn't win him the game. In fact, like I said, no matter what, he loses. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet he was trying to... Yeah, you get rid of an energy. Okay, well... I can't believe it, but I just took 5 more prizes with Tapu Koko. Oh my gosh. So we took 7 prizes with our Tapu Koko. Our baby Tapu Koko. Now, obviously, Necrozma helped quite a bit, but oh my gosh. That's insane. Okay. I take back everything I said about this deck. It actually does pretty well. Still, don't take it to a tournament. Just don't. Unless you get a very perfected list, do not take it to a tournament. It is a goofy, goofy list. All right, so we got some coins, which is great. And what we're going to do at the end of this, we're actually going to buy at least 1 pack with it. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, we have enough for 1 pack. We'll buy a pack, though, and open as, I guess, a little celebration for how things are going so far. I'm excited. I haven't had a ton of time to record lately, and the fact that we're getting this kind of game in makes me really happy. So we see a fighting psychic colorless. Could be Lycanroc. Could be Lycanroc. Not sure. You guys may or may not have seen that video. I'll put a link to it down in the description. I did a Lycanroc video. What was that? Probably, I guess it went out probably 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. And really fun deck to play. Does decent. I don't think we did too great in that video. I can't quite remember, but it does decent. So there we have a horrible opening hand, and of course we do have to take a mulligan on it. No basics. So it's probably a good thing we had a mulligan there, because otherwise that hand is not the best. Oh man, I still can't get over that first game. So good. We're playing against George Keatness. All right. So we'll put Honchcrow out there to start. Oh, it's Passimian. All right, so here's the deal. We are not... I guess he shuts off abilities. We're not going to put on Necrozma. There's no point. They're not going to play any GXs other than maybe Lele. Maybe. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We pretty much got the exact same hand. Alright, if we survive this turn, then we just Sycamore the next turn and hope to get something. Crushing Hammer. Tails. Nope. Heads. That's fine. It's gonna fling. Oh, only to bench Pokemon. Okay. Thought you could also do to the active. I guess not. Okay. Red card. Okay, so we get 4 new cards. We are okay with that because the 5 that we had were not very good. Good. We can make something happen with that. My concern, though. What do I grab with it? We're not going to use Weavile because he's probably not going to have any abilities. I mean, grabbing Koko really doesn't do us much good. I think we grab Lele. Yeah, and the reason I say Koko's not going to do us much good, he's going to get KO'd too easily. So as crazy as it seems, I think we grab Lele. We use Lele for a supporter, but we also use Lele to attack, maybe? I don't know, guys. I haven't played against too much Passimian Mew lately, or just straight up Passimian, especially with this deck. Oh my goodness, no. Alright. Okay, good. So we get some more basics. That's good. We're not going to need Espeon, except maybe to devolve the Garbs, but not going to worry about that. And for now, we're going to pass. Okay, let's see. Does he get his other Passimian? That's the other thing. If he can't get his other Passimian, it really doesn't know good. It's going to Field Blower our Alter. That is fine. Whoop. Alright, he has to pass. He doesn't get any more Passimian down. I'm really surprised he didn't fling to start damaging. Attach this here. Could do that. Nah, I wanna start hitting the attacker. So we're only two-shotting him, but still, that's fine. If we're able to two-shot him and he can't get anything out after the Trubbish, we just attach his DCE and take a one-shot on it. Can't believe how easy this is. I know, I'm probably speaking too soon on that. Something's going to happen now and I'm going to get wrecked. Alright, George, what do you got? Wonder if he remembers to fling this time. Okay, so he's going to Acerola. That's fine. We'll take down your Trubbish with one shot. He's going to... Oh, have we used any items? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's interesting. So he's actually using Trash Flange Garb with Passimian. Not a combo I really thought we'd see. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out this guy before he gets a chance to use him. Keep grabbing the wrong soda can. One, two, three, four, five is 100. Alright, so now we can really frustrate our opponent. We will Acerola our Tapu Lele up. We're going to put up our Koko. And we can actually spread a little bit with Koko. And then the following turn, we can bring up Lele and hit with him again, or we can actually use Honchcrow. Honchcrow only hit for 60 though, so good thing is though, Garb's going to have to two-shot our Koko, and I think it's worth giving up, you know, the prize for it. I don't think it really hurts us too bad. However, no, we don't have any more Lele. That's right. Not going to put the Alter down. That helps him. Alright, so do I spread again? I think I do. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Lele. I'm going to grab a Sycamore. Dig through some more stuff. Because we're not getting rid of any items this way, so that's okay. We're going to attach this DCE. One, two, three, be 60. You know what? I'm not going to give up a KO. We're better than that. Alright, so we're going to hit with the Lele. He's going to hit us back for, what, 90? 1, 2, 3, so that's 60. Plus Choice Band is 90. So yeah, so he's going to hit us back for 90. That's fine. It's not going to one-shot us or anything. We'll be able to follow up with a KO. There he starts getting his Passimian down. So the issue that our deck will have against this one is a few things. One, they don't really evolve other than Garb. Okay? It looks like their main part, though, is going to be Passimian. So we can't use Espeon, really. They don't play GXs, so we really don't need to worry about playing our Necrozma to do more damage to them. Like, there's so many things. Our Choice Bands are dead. So quite a few disadvantages we have. And they end up taking that out. That's fine. Let's see here. We could Guzma for... Could Guzma bring up a Passimian and just spread a little bit with our Koko? I think that might be the correct play at this time. Because he would have to top deck an energy to get him out of that position. Which even if he does, we've just spread more damage for our Honchcrow to do his thing. So yeah, I'm okay with this. Yeah, he would have to top deck a Guzma or an energy. And if it's an energy he gets, he's only going to take a KO on our Koko. He's not taking 2 prizes or anything. He's going to E-Hammer. Those E-Hammers are killing us. How many has he played so far? 2. Now he does a Rangaroo. That's a difficult part. We've already gotten rid of 2 DCE. Oh, man. All right, good. He's going to red card us. I was looking at my hand trying to figure out what I want to do. I didn't want to end him into more cards. I didn't want to sycamore away another item. Sweet, we get a DCE. And we get our artillery so we can dig. He does get another Rangaroo out. That is a downside for us. He's going to Acerola. Maybe the Garb. Oh, no, he's going to... Oh, so he can put the Garb up there. I see what you're doing. That's fine. We can just spread with this other Koko. And then, yeah, his Passimian will follow up with a KO. That's fine. We will put one of these guys down because now that they have a Rangaroos up there, we can maybe do something with that. We'll waste this choice band. Abyssal Hand for 4 cards. Excuse me. Let's get something stuck in the active. Yeah. Well, wait, first we need to retreat. And then we will get this Passimian stuck in the active again. That Acerola is what messed us up last time, but we're going to take a KO on his Garb, so he's not going to be able to hit us with that anymore. Spreading more damage. Alright, so we're down 4 prizes. We get our last DCE, so that's the difficult part. We do need to be looking for... I think we'd play a special charge. Maybe not. I know we play an energy recycler. Maybe that's it. So we need to actually start getting some of our dark energies out here to start setting things up. Again, they have to get an energy, and it looks like that's what they're digging for by putting that float stone down. Let's see how many energies they've played so far. Oh, and they attach it to their bench. So they played 2 rainbow so far, 1 strong and 1 fighting. So I guess they're okay with just leaving him up here. He's going to Sycamore. That's fine. Shrinking his deck down to just 16 cards. Another E-Hammer. My goodness. That's 3 now, right? So we're not looking too good there. So 60, 100, 110, 150, 170, 190. So Honchcrow's hitting for 200 right now. All right, so we do get a dark energy. That's good news. I think we want to end this hand away, putting us at 4. They'll be at 5, the same as before. And I guess we'll just blow another choice band. Don't really need that. We will Abyssal Hand. Trying to find our Weavile and some darkness energy. Okay, so we get darkness for next turn. That's fine. Because we can actually use Honchcrow's Feint Attack to snipe, or once we get 2 DC or 2 darkness energy, we can do some more damage. So we got a ton of damage spread on their board. So you're looking at 140, 170, 230, 270. Alright, so Honchcrow's doing like 320 damage, something crazy like that. Not like it's necessary, but, you know, he's going to take a one-shot on anything he goes up against. What we're actually going to do here, so he can hit for 30, so he can snipe this Passimian here. Put you down. We'll end us both to 4 cards again. Alright, so like I said before, We need some more darkness energy, because then we can have our Raven's Claw work in. Hold on to that Ultra Ball for now. We're going to feint attack to this guy, take another KO. Oh man, so really these two decks, it's back and forth, back and forth. How many items have we blown through? That's what I'm... 1, 2, 3. Have we only gone through 3? We've only gone through 3. So, really not too worried about Garb. He's got a 3-shot, this Honchcrow. As long as we keep track of our items. And even with 4 items, it's still a 2-shot. So what I'd like to do is get that Garb in the active somehow and take him out with our Honchcrow. And then the rest should be pretty simple. Because right now with team play, he's only doing 40. Team Skullgrind, he's going to get rid of our energy there. That's a bummer. Man, he's blowing through our energy fast. We only have 2 left. Alright, so now he's going to do 60. Actually, only 40 because we do have resistance with Honchcrow. So that's good news. Alright, he's going to bring Garb up. Sweet. Thank you. So kind of you. So I just need, oh man, I just need a dark energy. And I can actually Raven's Claw for the KO. Or what are you guys at? 60. Oh, he concedes. Okay. Sweet. I'm okay with that. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna get one more. Part of me is thinking hold off because, you know, we're 2 for 2 and we really weren't expecting that, but I want I want to just give you one more with this. We're having so much fun with it. Why not? It looks like a Taboo Bulu Vikavolt deck. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. I mean, it could very well be Golisopod, Koko, but it's looking like Vikabulu. And that will just be, oh, that'll be a fun one. I mean, really though, it could work the exact same way that Drampa Garb works, where you spread a few, or 3 or 4 times with Koko, and then just bring, what's his name, Necrozma out, and just take the KOs. So he gives up a mulligan. We see nothing about the list whatsoever. See a Floatstone. I don't use Floatstone in my Vikabulu list. However, I know some people do. So it could be that. We are going to draw that card. And it's Vikabulu. Alright. I don't like this. Alright. We're going to put that there. No, wait. What am I doing? Ultra Ball. Get rid of... Hate to get rid of those, but we really need to. Alright, we're going to grab this guy. We do get our Bridget. Alright, cool. So we'll be able to start setting up a bit. I'm trying to think of the exact cards we'll need. Oh, did I grab the wrong supporter? No, I grabbed Bridget. Okay, it slid right at the last second there. Whew. Alright, so... Sneasel, not really, because that'll just be worried about their Vikavolts. Murkrow, definitely. We'll need a Koko. Need you. And Necrozma. I'm hesitant to put Necrozma out so early because I don't want them to know. But chances are if they see a Murkrow come out, they kind of know the idea of the deck if they keep track of these odd decks. So I guess it wouldn't be too much of a surprise. That is a super easy KO for Bulu to take down if he gets a Bulu set up quick enough. That's the thing. His deck, you have to have turn 2 Vikavolt or you're really in a bad spot. I can't remember who it was. I think it was John Roberts actually played that Vikavolt list. Not the exact list, but he had built his own, took it to regionals, and something about like he wrote down his Grubbins incorrectly or something, or he didn't write them down, so the judges made him take those out, and he actually had to replace them with energies, and he still managed to like top 8 or win the whole thing or something like that. I don't know. With this deck that like really wasn't built properly, like he couldn't use his Vikavolts. Those are the words I'm trying to say. All right. Do we pay retreat? I think we pay retreat. We start... Oh, come on. Don't scoop. Alright. Well, guys, I guess people just don't want to play against our damage spread deck. They see it's super trolly, and it wins. I was wrong. It wins. So give the deck a list, or a shot, I guess. Let me show you the list one more time before we hop on to our pack opening real quick and see what kind of goodies we can get. But let's open it. Why not? Or let's open this list up one more time. Here's the list. Go for it. Build it. Have fun with it. Yeah. Take some easy wins, I guess, like I did when we really weren't expecting any. We went 3 for 3. I don't know why the guy would have scooped. I guess he didn't really see how he could get out of it. But yeah, so that's that. Let's hop on here. Let's buy one pack. And I'm addicted to opening cards, so we'll get something here. We're going to get a Guardian's Rising. See if we can get ourselves a Lele. Those are always fun to pull. We have 3 on PTCGO. I really don't need 4 because I don't personally ever put them in lists. However, I do want to start profiling, top decks that people are taking to tournaments and winning with. So having 4 is sometimes a good idea. So let's see. And it's Victory Bell. That's okay, guys. We had some awesome matches. I'm super stoked about how well those went. I'm glad that you guys have stuck around for this. As usual, leave a like for us. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell your friends about us. We're a growing channel. And at this point, I think I can say growing. You know, we're being consistent. We're getting views. We're getting some subscribers, and we really appreciate that. For those of you who have subscribed, for those of you who are watching, we truly appreciate it. Like I said, please spread the word to your friends. This has been Jordan at the Deck Box. We're going to know what's in your box. Have a great night, guys.